Welcome to the Next Level Facebook Ads Podcast with Phil Graham. We help you master Facebook ads and give you an unfair advantage over your competition. Are you ready? Let's go.
Hey, what's up, podcast family? Welcome to the Next Level Facebook Ads Podcast, episode 328. I'm Phil Graham. Today, I've got my number one Facebook ad tip for you for fall of 2023. And on top of that, I'm going to be doing some Q&A about Facebook ads and marketing that comes from the audience, from you guys, from your questions that you ask me. We're going to cover all that and more in today's episode. Now, this is a fun episode that I like to do at least 3 times a year, maybe 4, where we do some Q&A. And it's a mix of marketing and ad questions, as well as a few personal questions, I guess, that's thrown in there as well. And one fun thing that I wanted to mention is that I have not seen these questions. My assistant gathered the questions from emails, from DMs, from all that stuff, and she chose what I should answer, what to ask me from you guys. And I'm going to be seeing these for the first time. So when I read them out to you, it's the first time I've seen them. You're going to get my genuine answer, no matter what it says. And whatever she put in here, I am going to have to answer. So it should be interesting. Now, I want to try and keep this episode pretty short and full of value for you guys. Before we do jump in, quick note, if you guys are looking for some one-on-one coaching for ads, for your marketing, or if you want somebody to run your ads for you, just go to my website, philgrahamdigital.com, or you can DM me on Instagram at philgrahamdigital, or at me on Threads at philgrahamdigital, and we can connect. And I would love to jump on a short Zoom call with you. Okay, so I'm going to start with a couple questions, couple Q&As. Then I'll give you my Facebook ad tip, my number one tip for this time of year. And then we'll finish it off with a couple more Q&As. So the first question comes from Lindsay. Here we go. Number one, she asks, what's the number one reason people lose money with ads? Oh man, that's a loaded question, Lindsay. I can't just say there's one reason. There's like 50 different reasons. But I'm going to try and I can't just give one. I'm going to kind of try and give a few that are really important. Not having a strategy is a very common reason why people lose money with ads. They randomly run ads. They don't really know why something's working or why it's not working. And they're just turning things on and off randomly without the skill, without the strategy to know what's going on. It's kind of like probably flying an airplane while you're blind and you have no instruments. I mean, good luck. But a lot of people run ads that way. So that's a big one. Another big reason why people fail is they pawn their ads off on interns or any inexperienced people or people that have no idea what they're doing and haven't been doing it for a long time. How crazy is that? Like, your ads, your brand is one of the most important things, and getting the attention of your ideal audience is one of the most important things to your success. And to think that some people pawn that off to people so they can pay them small amounts of money is absolutely crazy. Huge mistake people make that definitely costs them a lot of money. A couple more. Being bad at data or just not paying attention to the data. That's another big reason why people fail when it comes to ads. Copying other people, especially losers. I don't mean people that are losers, but I mean ads that are losers. A lot of times it's natural to kind of copy what you see because you might assume it's making money, but many times it's not. Even if you're following like a well-known brand, and they can make a lot of mistakes and still make money, like big companies. And if you try and do what they do, you could lose money really fast. So you got to be really careful. You can't just copy people. That doesn't work. Also, starting and stopping ads all the time. No attention span. Just like, oh, it didn't work. It's been running 2 days. Let me turn it off and try something else. Big reason why people fail. And then some of the other obvious ones, bad creatives, bad targeting, bad conversion optimization, listening to get rich quick idiots. And another big one is having motivation, but not taking a lot of action. motivation only takes you so far. I love having motivation, but you've got to actually take action, and not just take action, but strategic action. There's a great quote out there about you can be the fastest runner in the world, but if you're running east looking for a sunset, it's not going to happen. That's the wrong strategy. So not only do you need to have motivation and you need to take action, you also need to take strategic and correct action for you to have the best chance of success. So I'm sorry, I couldn't just give one reason. I had to give a bunch of them, and there's more than that. But I think those are some great ones to start with. Make sure you guys are not making those mistakes. Number 2 from Ellie just says dogs or cats. Dogs are, oh, come on, don't make me choose. How can I? Come on, Ellie. I love both. If you had a gun to my head, I mean, I'm probably going to pick dogs, I think, but I love cats too. You know what? No, this is my podcast. I can do whatever I want. I am choosing both. Deal with it. Question number 3 from Jasmine. Jasmine says, I need to hire someone to run my ads. How can I tell a good ads agency or ads manager versus a bad one, or versus somebody who's trying to just fake it till they make it? Well, I've got some great news for you. It's actually really easy to tell if you know what to look for. First of all, realize that most of the people you deal with are not going to be really great at it. So you should be very, very skeptical. So that's good. Skeptical is good. So what I would recommend you do, number 1, anybody you're thinking about hiring to run your ads, get them on a Zoom call with the camera on so you can see what they're doing, and ask them questions. Grill them live and on camera. I love doing these. When I had more time, I actually had a group of coaching students, and every single week we would do hot seats, and I would have them, one specific person on the hot seat, and then we would be diving into their business, their ads. They could ask anything, and I would be answering. And when that happens, it's like, somebody knows what they're talking about. They can't just make it up. They can't Google it, especially if they're on camera. So get them on Zoom, grill them, and make sure they know what they're talking about. Many people won't do it, and some will try, but you'll be able to tell they don't know as much as they want you to think they know. Another thing is, go with your gut feeling. If you are intuitive, a lot of people will have a gut feeling about, hey, this person knows what they're doing, or they don't. So you want to trust that. Another huge thing is, what is their body of work? Take me, for example. This podcast I have been doing for over 6 years. It's almost 6.5 years now. I've put out an episode every single week for over 6.5 years. Over 300 plus episodes that you can go back and listen to. You can see that I know what I'm talking about. I've given value for years. What is their body of work? Is it a small thing? Is it something they just do every once in a while? Has it just been a year? Or have they been doing this for lots of years and they have a body of work to show for it? That's really important. Another thing is, you can look at what they've done. Like we've got case studies that are really amazing. Also, red flags. That's another big thing that you can look for. Many red flags around people that don't know what they're doing, or they're not very good at it, is when they make things all about them, whether it's what they put out there on social media or what they're talking about when they talk to you. If it's all about them and how smart they are and how amazing they are, and they're not teaching you things, they're not interested in your business, that's a red flag. There's a lot of people that are not good who are narcissists. There's a lot of people that are get-rich-quick people that are promising things that are impossible to really have happen. There's people that are always posting on social media all day and really never working. I mean, that's a huge red flag. I could probably do an episode of like 100 red flags. I may do that someday because I want to help you guys. I don't want you to get taken advantage of. Obviously, I can't coach or run ads for everybody in the world. So if you're not using me, I want you to be able to find the right person. So I will do an episode like that someday, but those are some things for you guys to think about as you're deciding. If you're having somebody run your ads, watch out for those red flags. Okay, now I'm going to share my number one Facebook ad tip for success for fall of 2023. We're not quite in the fall yet. This is like mid to late August. We're almost there. And it's like when I say my number one ad tip, that's like, again, I've got 50 or 100 number one ad tips. So there's a lot more to this, but this is one where I haven't talked about it as much and it's a little bit different. So I wanted to share it and I think it's timely. And my number one ad tip for today is mindset. Mindset. You're probably thinking, what? What does that have to do with running ads? I'll tell you what, I've worked with a lot of people and I've seen a lot of successful people and worked with them and helped them. And mindset has been one of the biggest differences between people who fail and people who succeed. So having the mindset to not get distracted by get rich quick people or distracted by vanity metrics or thinking that those things matter, or even just in general, to not get distracted and waste time, period, in your life. Also, a big thing with mindset is not letting those who are around you, whether it's online or offline, who might not believe in you, don't let them win. You can succeed no matter what anybody says to you or about you. And you've got to have that belief. And also that goes the same for yourself. You know, there's some people that beat themselves up or they have imposter syndrome, or they just maybe deep down were never told that they were good or special and they might not believe in themselves. And if that's you, you know, virtual hug, virtual high five to you. I believe in you because you're listening to this. You're bettering yourself and anyone can succeed. And so I want to make sure that most importantly, you believe in yourself and that you never let that waver. It's really important to your success. Also, mindset is about having the mindset to invest in yourself and your business, especially when it comes to running ads, without panicking every day. Oh my gosh, I'm spending money on ads. Maybe I should turn these off really quick. Like, you've got to have the right mindset, and you can build that even if you don't have it right now. You got to know that it takes time to build a brand and a successful business and run ads. Like, that's normal. You can't be bored by data. This is a big one. You've got to have the mindset that, hey, data is your best friend when it comes to success in marketing, in ads, and in business. So you can't be bored by it. Or if you are bored by it, you got to do it anyway. Or you can use somebody like me to run your ads for you so you don't have to deal with it. But you can't let that be an issue. Your mindset is like the operating system that can allow you to have an edge when you're running ads. So make sure that you have a good mindset. And if you don't have one, maybe you are listening to some of these things and thinking, oh my gosh, you know, that some of this sounds like you. If that's the case, don't worry. You can change. You can improve these things. Just know it's an important part of your success. And it's something that you can definitely improve if you focus on it. There is a great quote. I think it's by Marie Forleo. And she says, everything is figure outable. And I really love that quote. You can always figure out how to make something work. If you want to keep figuring out ads and marketing and business stuff, you're in the right place. Keep listening to this podcast. You want to improve your mindset, you can absolutely do it. It is very possible. And if you already have a great mindset, then you already have an edge, and that's awesome too. You know, mindset and attitude are so important. I've hired a lot of people in my life. I will hire mindset and attitude over skill all day, every day, because I can teach people the skills they need. But mindset and attitude is a whole nother ballgame. So make sure you guys have a right, correct, powerful, positive mindset, because it really does make a difference in your ads and in the actions you guys take when you're running ads. Okay, a couple last questions. What are your predictions on the future of ads? Really, lots of growth. Organic is tough. There's so many people trying to do it, you know, posting on 20 platforms 50 times a day. I mean, maybe not quite 50, but it's pretty crazy. Ads are so scalable and so amazing. and very little competition for good ads. And it's just going to keep growing and growing. And I think there's a very bright future. Another question is, how are you using AI with ads? Oh, that's a good one. Well, these are all good ones, but AI is really interesting. Success is much more than ad copy. Some people are using AI for ad copy. Others are using it for other things. Here's the deal. This comes back to strategy and data. So when you combine AI with somebody who's skilled and focused and knows data and knows how to put it all together, that is a win. AI by itself won't be that great. It's decent, but it's a tool. It needs to be used in the hands of somebody who's really good at using the tool and knows what they're doing. AI is like drawing up amazing plays for somebody that plays sports, but you still need the star athletes to run those plays and make them work and adjust when they don't work. So you want to keep that in mind. That being said, I love pairing AI with my skills. I don't just ask it a question and take what it gives me and put that in an ad without changing things. Heck no. I know too much. There's too much that I know, not only about ads, but about the clients and their differentiation and all the specifics. So I take that, which is my skill, combine it with AI, and that creates a great combination. So I really love it. I think there's a lot of great ways to use it. I think a lot of people are using it wrong and it puts them at a disadvantage. But if you use it right and combine it with you being really good, that's like an unbeatable combination. So I love it. A couple more quick questions. You mentioned video games in a recent episode. What games do you play? Ooh, that's fun. All right. That was an easy one. I love 2K basketball. So I love 2K, and then Madden football and a little bit of MLB The Show, but definitely 2K and Madden. Those are my favorite games. If anybody plays, DM me. I challenge you. I'm competitive. I'm warning you. I'm competitive. I'm going to play to win. I'm probably going to crush you, but it would be fun. So let me know. 2 more questions. Number 7, boosted posts, yes or no? Never. No. Do not boost posts. It's too limiting. You're way better off running normal ads in Ads Manager. If you've got a post that you've done on your Facebook page, you can take that post ID and run it as a normal ad the right way. Do not boost. And lastly, it says, should I just use broad targeting or let Facebook do all my targeting for me? So, okay, it was weird, worded kind of weird. No, don't just let Facebook do all your targeting for you, because sometimes it works, but sometimes it's horrible. You have the advantage of knowing way more about your exact business, your differentiation, your competitors, and everything else. And you can tailor that and tailor your ad copy with segments of the audiences that you're targeting. So when we're running ads, we are running broad copy, but we're also running other ads in many situations that are very segmented with the copy and the targeting. And we're matching the copy to who we're targeting, the type of person or pain point, etc. So I definitely would not just do broad targeting and that's it. I would mix it up and definitely do segmented targeting on certain things along with segmented ad copy. There's a lot of variables here, a lot of situations. Depends on your budget, depends on a lot of things. But I would definitely be absolutely playing with segmented audiences and ad copy along with your broad targeting. All right, my friends, I hope this episode was fun. I tried to keep it short. I hope it was valuable for you guys. Episode 328 is in the books. I'll be back next week, as usual, with another great episode for you guys. Thank you so much for listening. If you want to connect, philgrahamdigital.com, or you can DM me on Instagram at philgrahamdigital. And I'll talk to you next time. Peace out.
Thanks for listening to the Next Level Facebook Ads Podcast. Please remember to subscribe and share this with all your friends. For show notes, more tips, and to learn more about Phil, please visit philgrahamdigital.com/podcast.